morning and happy Thursday. I want to thank all of you that came to yesterday's senior clap out. We had 15 of us there, which was awesome, plus me, Mrs. Robson, and Mrs. Saritas. And I apologize for the technical difficulties, but Mrs. Espinoza said our video was awesome, even though I had to record it from my phone. So thank you for all making the seniors smile for their clap out. Now, today is Thursday, so we will be working on three things again: reading, writing, and math. So math is just like Tuesday, where we do the spiral math review, which is kind of doing a review of the things we've done all year. So once again, just put your name in the Google form. Some of them are multiple choice, and then others are you fill in the blank. Now, there were a couple people who got things wrong. I think because maybe they didn't know what product meant. If it says find the product, but then it says 8 times 6, that lets you know you're going to be multiplying. If it says find the quotient, but you don't know what the quotient is, look at the problem. 63 divided by 9. So make sure you're dividing and not multiplying or adding or subtracting. So read the question carefully so that you know what you need to do. Okay? So that's your math for today. For writing, we are on our last day of Flat Teacher, our last adventure that we're doing together. And I am so happy that I am still alive. I haven't been eaten by dogs or thrown in the trash. Speaking of trash, a lot of you took out the trash yesterday as your chore, which is awesome. Today is you get to choose your own adventure and surprise me. We could do something inside, we could do something outside. You can play tricks on me or someone in your family, whatever you want. Just tell me all about our last adventure together. Last but not least is reading. Today you will be finishing up your project. Now, I did have a couple people hand in their projects to me and I sent it back to them because I wanted them to give me more. You had 2 days to do this project, okay? So for example, I'm going to use this one as an example. It says write an alternative or different ending to the story. Now, if you read, since this is a graphic novel, if you're going to do it like a graphic novel, you're going to need to do it on paper where you make boxes, where you make your panels, right? And you draw the picture and there's a speech bubble of people talking, okay? And it says there should be at least 5 panels, or if you're like, no, I'm just going to write it like the end of a regular story, it needs to be 3 paragraphs, okay? So make sure that you're following directions. If you're drawing a picture of the main characters and writing 10 character traits around that character, you need to make sure your character is nice and big on the paper, it's colored in, and the character traits are specific. You cannot say like nice and kind. Those are the same things. I won't count them as 2 traits. You need 10 different traits. And then I had someone do that, but they never did the heart or the theme of the story. Okay? So make sure you're reading all of the bullets for each box so you know what's expected of you. If you're doing a diorama, I know the 4th grade teachers were talking and a few kids handed in a diorama, but then they never wrote the paragraph describing the scene and the second paragraph explaining why that scene was important in the book. You need to make sure that if you do not do all these bullets tomorrow on Feel Good Finish Up Friday, when it's supposed to be an easy day, I will make you do the project over. I will be emailing your parents along with you as to what you need to still hand in to me. So make sure you put in your best effort today. Look at all the bullets to make sure you've done everything. All right? And that's your reading. So you have those 3 things today: the Google form, our last adventure together, and handing in your project. Right? Now, on to trivia. Billy Lyons, you are on a roll 2 days in a row. He was correct that in Mr. Bailey's camp, I taught pre-K. I did the pre-K room. And actually, Leah in Mrs. Mancino's class was in my class that my last year that I did it there. So I taught pre-K where we did a lot of playing. There was a lot of crying and a lot of nose picking in the class. So here's our trivia for today. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure this is recording. Okay, sorry, it's all working good. Here's the trivia today. It's kind of like a math trivia. So listen carefully. You could rewind if you need to. I'm going to go slow so you could pause it as well. Are you ready? Here's the question. If you take the number of students we have in our class and double it, Take that number, divide it by 5. Take that number, multiply it by 2, and then subtract that number by 5. What is your final answer? Write it in the comments. Let's see who is correct. Have a wonderful day. Email me with any questions, and as always,